ban, forest closed. Wow. Forest closed, eh? Right. Entry prohibited. You're right. Wow, look at that. So you can't go in there because there's been a fire. Crazy, huh? It's actually part of the Mawson Trail. Yeah, right. Can't go in there, mate, eh?
No.
$750 fine, eh?
Yeah, they're not letting anyone in there at the moment.
I expected to see it a little bit earlier on it, actually. Yeah, should have been fucking all go down here, mate.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, would have been full on, mate. But they seem to have stopped it before they got to this next section of pine trees. So
Well, there's not much danger left now, but...
I know, but I think just want the vegetation to establish itself. Give it a couple of years probably, and then
Yeah.
they'll open it again. Give it 2 years, maybe 3 years, and then they'll probably open it.
And also, apparently the ash turns into like this chemical, which when it gets airborne, it's not real good either. Some dude was telling me, but when we were staying down at the Rung, there was this guy who was a chemist, chemical engineer dude, and he was talking about it.
Up here.
This is why we need skinny tyres on motorcycle.
Yes. It's a cheese cutter tyre and whee!
So that's what they got there for their tyres as well, eh?
I'm not sure. I think it's just to clean all the shit off before they leave.
Yeah. So there you go.
They
I
come
mean,
and then they leave, I guess.
they just need to do something like that, a bit bigger for motorbikes, and you know. I mean, at the end of the day, we're not bringing in any new weeds because we're just riding on the road.
Yeah.
And then you come in here, well, there's only whatever weeds are in here.
That's right.
So,
Yeah,
it's a bit of a beat up, really.
A bigger version of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it only takes one dickhead to hang a burnout inside it, and then it fucks it
Yeah.
for everyone. This is the
Oh,
problem.
there's plenty of fucking idiots around, mate.
Yeah.
But you can see all the tracks through there now, eh?
Yeah, so there'd be some awesome tracks through there.
Yeah.
Mountain bike and shit, for sure.
So here we go, guys. We are coming onto Nugget Road. There's a signpost here that says private road, so I don't know what the deal is with that, but all good. Now, my mic audio, once again, the app that records it is playing up. I've got a whole bunch of files that are corrupt and whatever. So I thought I'll just do a bit of overdub here. Just want to talk to you about the Midas EO7 on the KLR 650. Now, I'll tell you what, from the style that I used to ride with the Adventure Motors Tractionator Adventure tyre, I really do have to watch what I'm doing now and really adjust the way that I apply a rear brake and deaccelerate, because this back tyre, man, is really, really slippy as compared to the Tractionator. Especially on this sort of loose gravel stuff.
So this is the Nugget Road.
It's very easy to spin up, and I'm trying to conserve the tyre nowadays, as opposed to old mate there, Billo, who loves to spin it up any time he can. But I'm, I want to try and get a few more Ks out of him, you know. But to be honest, I'm not really liking this tyre off-road that much. Because, you know, I'm not a highly skilled rider. I don't ride that often. I prefer to have a little bit more grip, to be honest. I'm not into just spinning it up all the time and, you know, getting sideways and all that sort of shit. It's not really part of my riding style. I'd rather just enjoy scenery, you know, go exploring, have good traction, because I want to be able to stop when I can. And yeah, just this is fine. I'm finding it a little bit too slippy. Now, I mean, I'll get used to it more as the more I ride. But yeah, it is a little daunting at first. So coming down these steeper parts, obviously there's a lot of front braking going on. I've still got a Tractionator Adventure on the front. Still got a few Ks left in it. But yeah, the back end. Got to be.
That way, whatever.
It's got to be very, very light on the brake pedal. I do have new brake shoes in the rear as well, or brake pads.
The fires didn't come through here.
Yeah, no, this is untouched by the latest or the last bushfires that we had, which is good. Otherwise, this would probably be closed off as well. But there's a lot of mountain bike tracks closed off there in Mount Crawford, Fox Creek area, as we saw back there. Thought I'd just show you some of the devastation on camera. You know, I've left it a bit late, haven't got in there straight after it, but it is the aftermath. It's now you know, beginning of autumn, so there's a little bit of growth coming back on some of those trees, which it's good to see. So now I've been doing a lot of standing up on this as well. I've adjusted my my handlebars a little bit more forward as far as I can get them. Clutch and brake lever as well. I've put my gear selector back in the normal position, which does allow me to change up while standing up. But it's still not that easy. I think I might need to try and get a smaller gear lever, gear selector. It's quite long. The offset sort of lowered foot pegs also bring my foot back, and it's just a little bit too much. So having the gear selector in the previous position was too low, and you go one notch up and it seems to be too high. So I'm still lifting my knee while I'm sitting down trying to change gears, you know, and I've got to hook my foot right under there. You know, after I've sort of changed up everything on this bike, it's, you know, I've got the new cog on there, don't forget the new chain and sprocket set, so 15 on the front, 43 on the rear. It's like a new bike. It's like I've got to learn to ride a new bike. Well, I don't mean new, but newly adjusted. So yeah, and the suspension, I'm really starting to feel the soft old soggy suspension. I mean, she's got just over 45,000 Ks on it now, so it'll all be original, probably same original fork oil in the front and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, you know, I'm finding it's not really ergonomic as far as standing goes. You know, with this big fairing on here, mate, there's only so far you can sort of push the handlebars without putting the rally dash kit on. But yeah, I mean, sitting down and riding and stuff, it's all okay. I'm really liking the Africa Twin in actual fact, which is obviously a larger bike.
I don't know whether I want to go smaller or larger. Obviously the smaller bike's going to be a bit more fun in the slow, gnarly stuff, but the long trips, you really need that comfort.
Yeah, it's a...
Fuck yeah. Yeah, I haven't been down that one.
Nah, it's a good one, eh?
Never been down the Nugget. Your turn to eat my dust.
Oh, well, a tyre conservationist, Ian is not. He does like to spin it up and make a shitload of dust. Hence why I'm staying back here. This is quite a dusty road, in fact. Hasn't been a lot of rain through here, and there's nothing worse than riding in someone's bloody dust cloud. So I'll let him get out in front, and he's probably riding like a cut snake anyway, mate. He does tend to snap, and all of a sudden he's just like riding like a mad bastard. But there you go. It's all in the name of fun, and that's why I don't like riding in these big group rides. You know, there's just too much bloody dust to contend with. Yeah, bloody plays havoc with my sinuses. I get sinus problems and very hard to breathe through my nose, and I'm not a mouth breather. So, you know, when I'm trying to get to sleep at night, you know, you start breathing through your mouth because you can't breathe through your nose. There's nothing worse, man. It's just really annoys the shit out of me, man. It's one of my pains in life. You can really feel that EO7, you know, spinning up and losing grip in a lot of the steeper sections. So, yeah, it's something to get used to. I mean, these are big, heavy bikes, man, you know what I mean? So... yeah, in all honesty, I would prefer to have more grip. Duck. But yes, the thing is with those knobbly tyres is they do wear quicker on the road, and obviously we need to ride a lot of road to get to these kind of tracks to have fun, you know. So it's not like we can just ride dirt all the way or put them on a trailer or whatever. That would be ideal, to have a bike trailer and drive up to these parts, then get the bikes out. But then if I was doing that, I'd probably get something smaller, you know. So it's a 50-50 tyre for a 50-50 kind of riding, I guess. It's just that when I am here on the dirt, I do want to have more grip. It just sort of makes up for the lack of skill, I guess. You know, the rear brake pedal and the big bloody motorcycle boots. It's like, you know, sledgehammer kind of shit on there. So it's, yeah, you got to be really... oh man, because I don't ride that often as well, you know. So obviously if I rode every day, like this bloke, he rides to work every day and, you know, goes out and every day he's sending me a video, he's somewhere in the bloody bush. Yeah, he went like a cut snake for air because he got a bit of air just back there. I think my back tyre lifted slightly, you could hear the revs creep up. And then there's this bloody big steep bit here, which normally I wouldn't sort of try on the Quacker, but well, give it a crack, because I mean, he's done it. I've got to commit. All good. Look out for the tree. Whoa. So yeah, it's terrain not quite suited for the big pig, but you know, she can handle it. It's just more so the rider. But yeah, that dust, man, she was up a bit.
I got airborne.
At
a
that
little jump in before that big steep bit.
Yeah.
See how Alex got airborne over it.
Yeah.
Oh girl.
Cool.
Got some air. I was like, fucking yeah, baby. Oh, I got some good air. Fucking woohee, and round the back round.
That last little bit was pretty fucking gnarly.
Yeah, that was steep.
Yeah.
I saw it. I thought, ah, just keep going. You'll get up.
That's it. Momentum.
Not that long.
Oh, is that me or you? Where you going bush bashing? It's going bush, mate. There is actually a little bit of a single track around here somewhere. I remember seeing it. Where are you going, Billo? Look at that,
I thought it would try. You got bush bashing, but
my right foot fucking stuck. Oh, that thing there is fucked, eh?
no good?
Yeah, it's no good. I'm gonna have to fuck it off. Get a curvy one or something, because I've got that.
Oh, wedges it in there. Oh, hooks on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dangerous, man.
It is dangerous. Was that you that backfired before or me?
Must have been you.
Must have been me, yeah.
I'll wake you up on the road.
So yes, that master cylinder cover there is causing me a bit of grief. That was the first time I've had my foot wedged in there like that. It has been, I have felt it get sort of caught here and there before, and I've sort of overcome it, but I don't know what it is. Maybe it's starting to flare out the ankle brace on my boots, and it's you know, making it easy to get caught. It does have a few square edges on this cover. Oh, here's all the single track. You can't really see it. There's a bit of a loop, I think. You sort of, there you go, you can see a little bit of it now.
That's pretty fun. Just in there.
We'll leave that for the little bikes, mate. There's the big pigs. We'll just keep on going and, you know, carry on. But yeah, I'll have to put the old cover back on that master cylinder. I mean, I think it's a bit overkill, to be honest, having that steel stuff on there. I mean, it's quite high up on the bike, and unless I lay the bike down onto some, like, you know, big gnarly rocks that are poking up directly on that spot, I just think that might be a bit hard to get damaged. You know, if I was doing hard enduro and going through big rocky crevices with huge boulders and shit, yeah, maybe, and I'd have to be unlucky to cop it right on that spot, I think. So, yeah, maybe I'll just put the plastic one back on, and at least then I won't get caught up in my bloody boots, because that's bloody dangerous, man. But yeah, bloody third gear, I would think it's sort of it's going to just propel me a bit too quick for these downhill sections, especially with this tyre and the weight of the bikes and the loose gravel. I'd rather keep it in a lower gear. It just seems like it revs harder now. Oh, look, I've got a bloody twig stuck in between my clutch lever.
Me.
Go away.
It's me backfiring. It doesn't fucking go anywhere. Alright.
Yeah, what is with that? I reckon I'll have to, what I'll do is I'll bend that back around a bit further, I reckon. Because I reckon that's what it's...
Bent that part of your boot out?
Hey?
Is it bent that part of your boot out?
Oh,
That's catchy. Way!
not really. I mean, that's if you look at both... If you look at both of them, I mean, they both like that anyway, down here. But, yeah, I reckon it's... If I just sit on it again, see where it's...
You see, mine didn't have a protector in it.
Because I'm sort of there like that, and it's there. So what's... Hang on. Where is it doing it? It's got to be back here somewhere. Fucking where is it? Yeah, it's got to be there. Yeah, it's got to be there. There it is. There it is. I reckon.
That's
yeah.
On the...
So it's getting on there, maybe? Was it?
I can't see. I can't see because your foot's...
Because
Can you see?
Because it's on my boots.
Can't see. I've got to open up my jacket, I'm fucking hot.
Either way, it's too many straight edges, and there are other ones that are like more sort of rounded and curvy and less gaps in them. Probably have to go with one of those.
Yeah, it's a bit square maybe.
Too square, this one.
Too square.
Yeah. Got a bit of fire through here. Oh yes. Here we go. More trees to be cut down. Up through here, like that. close to houses again. So there's a few houses around here, eh? Oh, there goes the ducks. Who gives a flying duck, eh? So he's getting close to the house here too. And already springing back to life. Shit, through here as well. Shit, that was close. Close to that house. Bloody hell. Through there. Wow, it must have been a bit through here, geez. Ah, hey. All in there. Ah. Jesus. Definitely going to be some landslides when it rains now, I reckon. All that foliage that used to slow down the water. Jesus, you got a shitting bricks, man, coming over the hill like that. Ah. Buddy, how's all the houses? How close it was to the houses, man?
I know, man.
That's crazy.
There was
It's
one
just
there that you said they put it out right up to the fucking back.
yeah.
Of the hill there.
A lot of those guys must have their own.
Down there, just
They must have a lot of them must have their own bloody fire appliances, eh? Very lucky. Check that thing out.
How's the cheek of these pricks, eh? Trying to keep everybody safe by hiding the camera. Assholes. Whoa, lock up. Tell you what, man, this EA7 and the new gear ratio and heavy bike on a steep slope, gravelly road, it all makes for fun times. Whoa, and another one.
Fucking hell, man.
I had never locked up like this coming down this hill. It is much more of a learning curve, that is for sure, trying to ride with that tyre on this bike.
Fucking EA7, mate. Was it? Midas, yeah. Nothing like the Tractionator, eh?
Nothing like the Tractionator whatsoever, no. It's a lot more of a road, sort of curvy profile, I guess. Hasn't got the big knobs. I do like the big knobs. Yes, I do prefer to have more grip, to be honest. I'm not a highly skilled rider. I don't ride often enough. I think, yeah. I mean, I really feel like just swapping this over for a knobbly tyre. You know what I should have done is gone with the bloody Dunlop D606. give a shit about the on-road wear. Just suck that up. Because here's where I need the grip, you know, when I'm off-road. Well, it's not even off-road. This is on a dirt road. So you know what I mean? Like gravel roads. Yeah. Because I don't ride often enough to build my skill set and keep it, if you know what I mean. I don't have the time to do that. I'll be lucky if I can get out once a weekend. So yes, it's all hairy, scary fun, mate.
Fucking hell, dude. That back tyre is nothing like I'm used to, eh? So skatey. As soon as you just lock it, like it breaks traction, it just wants to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This does the same thing.
Not like the Tractionator, man.
Really fast, but then it went to a hairpin.
Yeah.
I skidded into the other lane. There had been a car coming.
Yeah, I know. I did that about maybe two or three times.
You're actually going too fast through there. We shouldn't be going that fast.
Yeah.
Not on these.
Well, for these tyres anyway.
Hey?
Yeah, for these tyres at least. The Tractionator, I never had that issue going through there. But that's just the way it is.
But it's just hard to stop these bikes.
Oh yeah, the momentum.
The momentum is
Yeah.
You're flying along, and then it's not like being a light bike. You can sort of just lean on the side, feed it, and sprint around. This thing's way too heavy to do that.
Yeah. Especially when you're going down and the camber's off and all that sort of shit. It's like, and they're pretty sharp corners there.
They are, man.
Yeah.
I get a bit carried away, and then when I do a bit, I think, yeah, there's a car coming.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, it's a big learning curve, man. That fucking tyre, I can tell you.
They behave really well on the road. You know, it's a compromise. You just got to.
Yeah.
We just got to slow down a bit.
Yeah, exactly.
In some sections.
Yeah.
I mean, there's certain. I think, like on the wider roads, yeah, fair enough, because you've got a bit more room to play with.
Yeah.
That was a very narrow road.
Oh fuck yeah.
You're going too fast for that. There's no room for error.
That's right. Yeah.
No room for error. Man.
You've got to go much slower for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, much too fast for a bike of this size. You know, mind you though, once you get on the tarmac, yeah, it's great fun. You can really lean it over and you know, dig into the corners. So yes, I mean it is a compromise, like you said. I mean the thing is, you know, Ian does a lot more commuting than me. It makes sense to have a bit more of a road orientated tyre. For me, I would prefer to have the better grip in the looser sections, you know. I've never had problems with knobby tyres on bitumen. Well, I didn't have any problems with the Tractionator Adventure. I thought that was a great tyre, and that was a lot more gnarlier tread than this one. That used to hug the corners. So yes, I don't know how the D606 would go. I'm a bit dubious to go back to a Tractionator Adventure. I don't know, I did have a Gen 1 tyre, so you know, who knows, the other one might, or the new one might be more improved, but it was just chunking way too quick for my liking. So yes, it's all a trial and error, I guess. You just got to try things out and see how they work. Who knows, I might swap back over, just keep this tyre, you know, for a bit later. I mean, you know, it's hardly got any Ks on it, but either that or just go riding more often. Maybe try and get a few rides in after work, just on my own. Just try and build on that skill set and keep it, because it's easy to forget shit, you know. I mean, try and do that stand-up thing and offset my weight in the corners and stuff while I'm standing, and you know, sometimes I'm getting that shit back to front, because you really got to think about it, you know. It's not a natural thing, whereas when you're riding on a road bike and you lean into the corner, your body weight, if anything, goes down low, whereas on, you know, a dirt bike or, you know, adventure bike in the gravel, you really want to keep that bike leaned over, but then oppose your weight opposite, but whilst pushing down on the low side with your foot, you know what I mean? So it's all this weird ass geometry going on with your body weight and trying to keep that triangle sort of low. And yes, anyway, we'll leave it here. There's not much more to show you guys, just a bunch of slow cars to ride behind, and yeah, hope you enjoyed the show. Stick around on the channel for a few more. Hopefully have a few more silly shenanigans to show you. We've got a trip coming up to the Grampians in May, so hopefully we survive to through the what is it, the fucking coronavirus before that hits. And everyone's freaking out at the moment, just watching the news tonight, and shops are getting bought out, and government's telling they're going to get the cops to bloody arrest people. And oh, mate, you can't even take $10,000 out of the bank anymore, mate, without some bullshit thing about getting a fine, or I don't know. What's the world coming to, mate? I mean, it's just absolutely bloody ridiculous. I think it's time to pack the bags and head to the bush. Go camping long term. All right then, catch us later. Ta-da!